everyone has had a wonderful week, a stress-free week, a back pain-free week. And if you haven't, I want to introduce everyone to the #1 all-time longest running product here at this network. It's the Teeter hang-ups. And we are thrilled that for over 40 years, this product has been loved and trusted. And I can't wait to go through all of the amazing benefits that we are going to be talking about tonight. And if you suffer from back pain, if you are somebody right now who's dying for some back relief, look what we've got here. And it says right there, stamped, FDA cleared, Class 1 medical device. What does that mean? Do you have back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles? You have muscle tension. You've got a lot of stress going on. You've got a herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis. Think about this. You've got muscle spasms, Fawcett syndrome. How many of us, and millions of us right now, are getting relief from this? How many of you have this already? Please share with us what you love about it. I know as host, my dear friend Colleen Lopez uses this, Adam Freeman. There are so many that are getting amazing relief from this. So give us a call. The number's right there on the bottom of your screen. Well, the man who is hanging upside down, the one and only Roger Teeter is here, is the president and founder of Teeter Hang-Ups, and started and founded Hang-Ups Inversion back in 1981. His beautiful daughter, Riley, is also behind. She's also teeter-tottering there. So you can see this is a whole family of teeter-totters going on. But Roger, this is exciting because there are so many people right now suffering with back pain. And what are they doing? You're taking pills. You're not addressing why you have the pain. You're just masking it.
Well, virtually, when you think about when you have back pain, what are your options? Virtually every option that's typical deals with symptoms. They don't deal with the problem.
Right. Right.
Your back's still screaming, you just can't hear it. What good is that?
See?
You know, Teeter deals with the back pain at its source, and it does it in just minutes, and it naturally in your own home, 3 to 5 minutes. Take the pressure off. I mean, virtually every one of those 10 things that FDA says Teeter is indicated for are interaction of gravity with your skeleton combined with lifestyle, posture, the way you move, all kinds of things that distinguish those different kind of back pain issues, but they're all aggravated by your own body weight. Take the body weight off.
Exactly.
And get less pressure is less pain.
As you can see here, and today it's $100 off. I want to put out, this is the top of the line that we have offered here in the inversion table. And what are we looking at here? This is
right,
total
this is you inverting. You don't have to go to full inversion like you saw me. Now, stressed out shoulder muscles let go, and your body elongates. You know, 1 to 2 inches, that's real numbers. Look at that pressure, look at those. You got a pinched nerve, herniated disc, degenerative joint disease. Take the pressure off. I mean, and so it relieves back pain really 4 different ways. First of all, you're getting stressed out muscles. The muscles are relaxing. And when the muscles relax, the body elongates. Look at that spine straightening out.
Yes.
That can actually be a cause of back pain. But the bigger deal, in most cases, it's a pinched nerve, a misalignment, you know, degenerative disc disease, a herniated disc, these things that, as FDA listed, and they're taking the pressure off, deals with virtually all of them, and encourages realignment, encourages the disc to rehydrate. And so 4 different ways that it actually relieves back pain.
Think about back pain. So many of us are masking it. From my dad to so many of my friends, we're just masking and masking. Do you see this customer pick? This is the longest running product here at HSN. There are millions of you that are using this, and today we have $100 off. There's over, what, 20 different new upgrades you were saying earlier?
Since we started on HSN, over 100 alone.
Wow.
100 alone.
Wow.
And you know, this is, as you said, $100 savings, but comparing it to our infomercial, it has $200 worth of upgrades over in the infomercial. This EG Reach handle, that is the big deal. This is actually developed for clinics. You know, if you've got back pain, you don't want to have to bend over to lock your ankles. You can just reach down, just click, click, click. Those micro adjustments give you the perfect fix. These upgraded handles, they're a $70 upgrade. The traction handle's my favorite. I'll demonstrate them. That is a $27 upgrade, $100 upgrade here, $10 upgrade for the color-coded strap. Over $200 in extra value over and above the infomercial, and Okay, it's 20 bucks more than the infomercial. Big deal. You get $200 worth of upgrades, and it's our absolute top-of-the-line table.
It is, and you get it today with free shipping and handling. There's so much safety that is built into this, but I want you to ask yourself right now, if you are someone who has any of those back symptoms that we were just sharing with you, are you someone right now who is dealing with, you know, the back stress? How many of us, this is the world we live in. What would you pay to be stress-free in your back and live your life, get back into the game and not have to sit off the sides? Imagine what a chiropractor would charge you for 6 sessions, and you own this machine, right?
Yes.
That's what's amazing. You own this for a lifetime. We're going to say a quick hello to Sandra, who's giving us a call from Ohio, who already has it.
Phone calls.
Yes,
First priority.
yes.
Thank you so much for calling,
Sandra. You're live on the air.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So share with us your story. Why is this working for you?
I just got it on my birthday, April the 15th, and I was all humped over and stooped over, and my knees hurt. I have arthritis, and I started using it every day, and I'm like a different person, and I'm 76 years old.
I love my job.
See, Sandra,
I love my job, too.
So share with us, you were someone who probably thought there was nothing that was going to work for you.
I have tried everything. I've gone to therapists, you know, everything. You name it, I've been there. I've got little things fitting around. My bicycle, I don't even go near that now. I don't know if I can do that again or not, but I'm telling you, I'm very excited. And I had you on my calendar for next week when you were going to be there, and I just happened to see that you're there right now, and I'm very happy.
Oh, so your results, you're standing better? You don't have the pain you used to have?
I'm standing better. I mean, it's only April the 15th I started. That's when they put it together for me, and I started right out, and I use it every day. Only I don't know how much I should use it.
Oh, that's a great question.
Listen to your body. People do it 3-4 times a day. Better to have several short sessions than one long one.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, Sandra, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for sharing your passion and sharing that with others, because maybe you said, you know, you convinced someone else to say, wait, I want to be what Sandra's
I got my niece lined up for one.
There you go, Sandra. Well, thank you so much for shopping with us. You have a wonderful evening. Take good care. Bye-bye. And you too can give us a call if you're like Sandra and you're experiencing those results. The number to dial is right there on the bottom of your screen. So go ahead, give us a call. But there's so much to talk about this. We've got doctors that approve this. There's so much safety that goes inside of this.
Yeah, and in fact, I want to point out, we've been on air longer than any other product in HSN history. Sandra, it's a perfect example of why. Right. Everyone that we sell, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, you know, because it works. This is the oldest and most proven health activity in the world. And I'm not exaggerating, because it was invented by Hippocrates in 400 BC, because the Greeks had back pain for the same reason we do. Same reason we do. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress. Every successful society. And what's the solution? Take the pressure off. Let's hear from Dr. Steedman, as one of many, many doctors that uses it.
I have bouts of lower back pain in the decade or so since I've started using the Teeter on a daily basis. It's been very helpful. And I'm just grateful for the amount of time involved and for the cost of the device. It's a no-brainer. It's priceless. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the treatment of bone and joint disorders. The shock-absorbing function of the discs is important in the overall function of the spine. The spine is a very complex structure. I would recommend the Teeter to a broad spectrum of people. Regular use of the Teeter inversion table takes temporary stress off of the intervertebral discs by creating traction and negative pressure, and gives them the opportunity to rehydrate. Teeter can also be used to strengthen one's core with inverted crunches. Using the Teeter a few to several minutes every day or every other day can help temporary relief of lower back pain.
You know, Dr. Steedman's been inverting personally for 10 or 12 years. He's one of my physicians, and he complained about, we got to chatting because I love to water ski, he loves to golf, and he said he's got this back thing that's bothering him. Got an inversion table, no more golf problems, you know.
Wow.
In fact, check on the internet, golf and inversion. Golf and inversion, you'll see an independent study of how much golf for the average golfer is improved in flexibility and distance and control with 30 days of inversion. Improved flexibility.
Think about
that's
that.
one of the side benefits. But here's the big deal. I mean, we're talking, this is FDA cleared for back pain, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease. That's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, herniated disc. That is a huge deal. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasms.
And think about it.
That's
everybody.
Well, we've all, virtually all of us have had some of that to some degree. Maybe not debilitating, but the thing is, gravity does a number on us. That's why we lose height over our lifetime. We're going to show you an aging spine that you've been ignoring in the mirror. Well, when you lose height, the chance of pinching nerves increases, the flexibility is lost. Now, this is a Nachemson study done in Gothenburg University in Sweden. That bright light you saw, that is the location of a surgically implanted pressure sensor in each of the many people in this study. Each person had a baseline for them personally of 100% standing up. And then they took different body positions to see how the pressure changed. Bend over doubles, but you knew that. You knew if you bend over, you got to be careful. Did you know that? Take a load off. Take a load off, dump it on your back.
Wow.
50% high. There's the one. There's your recipe for back pain. 250% higher loads. That's us in front of a computer, your children in front of a computer. This is the lifestyle. How much time do we spend sitting today?
Right.
Sitting, and how much of it is in good posture? That last 25% goes to bed with you. It's not caused by gravity, it's caused by the construction of the spine. You have hundreds and hundreds of ligaments, you have 140 muscles. They stabilize the spine. That is a critical thing, but they also hold it in background compression like rubber bands. And they're very strong rubber bands. That's why you need to pull traction with 60% of your body weight in order to decompress. That you will lengthen 1 to 2 inches. I'm not exaggerating. All those joints opening up, you will lengthen 1 to 2 inches. You got a pinched nerve, take the pressure off. You get a herniated disc. Look, I got to show you some of these things because, this is a herniated disc. I mean, you don't have to. Just looking at that's painful, let me tell you. This is like a blowout on your radial tire. And this soft tissue on the inside of the disc extrudes out and puts pressure on nerves, ligaments, and muscles. Now, incredibly painful. These discs, when they lose moisture, they become thin. And that the disc also controls the opening size of the 2 nerves that come outside of each disc. So a thin disc means a small opening and a highly increased chance of a pinched nerve. I mean, these are mechanical problems. Teeter is a mechanical fix for mechanical problems.
Think about your spine. I love showing that picture there. And the aging spine too. We're bent over on computers, phones, 90% of our day now. So as we age, look what happens. Look how our spine
That figure's not gaining any weight, but he sure is changing body shape. As you can see, he's losing height. And by the way, when you lose height, you bulge out in the center. A lot of that middle-age spread is not weight gain, it's internal organs winning the race to the floor. Look at the discs in the older gentleman.
Wow.
He doesn't have the flexibility. He can't drive the long balls. He doesn't have the control, whether it's golf or gardening or anything else. He doesn't have the flexibility or shock absorption to run as compared to when he was younger. Decompress, help those discs to rehydrate, the spine to realign, stretch and relax paraspinal muscles, 4 different ways it relieves back pain. And not only that, it can give you a jump start. If you do it, this is a maintenance program. Don't do it until you just feel great again and then stop. This keeps youthful function, youthful flexibility into your latter years by keeping healthy joints.
So I'm fascinated by you. I'm sorry, I could listen to you all night because so many of us are suffering right now with back pain. So many of us right now are suffering and we're taking pills that are masking the reason why we're suffering. How many of us are not living our lives the way we want to? Yeah. We're missing out on the golf games. We're not playing tennis. We're not sleeping well because our back is bothering us. And we're taking all of these pills again to mask why we're feeling bad. I know my dad plays tennis and golf and every day. oh, my back. And then what's he taking? 2 of this or 2 of that to help with the inflammation, to help with the tight muscles. How many of us are sitting at a desk and we are hunched over where we're putting 250% pressure on our lower back? What are we doing right now, right? It's a whole different lifestyle that we're living now than our grandparents did many years ago. We are all suffering with some type of back pain. There's a reason why millions of you love this. And we're gonna show you how easy this is to use. Basically, if you can stand, you can invert. We're gonna show you all the goodies that you're going to be receiving as well. But the lumbar bridge and notes, I wanna talk a little bit about
this. This has got it all. This is our absolute top of the line.
All the bells and whistles.
Lumbar bridge, as you can see, it positions any place you want it. From height and location. It controls the curvature of the spine in the lumbar area while you're in partial inversion, but it also does more than that. It squares the hips. If you've got one hip a little higher than the other, one leg a little shorter than the other, same thing, it kind of grabs you kind of grabs your butt here and pulls and actually helps to square your hips. The acupressure nodes, this is, you know, when you get that knot in your back, maybe you're walking the dog and you get jerked and then you got right there under the shoulder blade.
Oh, yeah, it drives you crazy. It hurts.
Which is somebody could just put their thumb there and take, these are your thumbs. They can be positioned anywhere in any of these slots on the lumbar bridge, and they have a little wing nut to lock them in place. There's 8 of them, 2 of each of 4 different heights, so you pick the one that works for you. Maybe you can just like a massage, but they're intended to be able to deal with those knots.
So
I'm gonna go,
points.
all right, running to it very quick.
Absolutely.
This is for small shoes, big shoes.
Okay.
Super squishy foot clamps. This is, I don't know how many generation of foot clamps, but just this generation alone, 3 sets of tooling to get it right. Squishy, soft. The big deal is this long reach handle. This, look at the,
how easy that is.
I don't know if you can hear those clicks. Micro adjustments to get the perfect fit.
Wow.
Okay, it's adjustable from 4'8" to 6'6". With your height in inches and centimeters. The strap allows you to preset maximum angle of inversion. Let's say, for example, that might be a little much the first time. I'd suggest you start like right here, about the area angle my wife is using. But that's a good place to start. But you can, the color coding tells you what angle you're gonna be at, but you can also adjust it between them. We have the Comfort Track bed. This is high-tech, soft plastic. And a lot of people saying, you know, and it's a hard surface. This is really important, but it has a special textured surface so that you slide easier. I mean, the whole idea of inversion, you clamp your ankles and your body must elongate. So don't be fooled by, you know, foam padded ones that look comfortable. You sink into the foam and you don't decompress. Right. So this everything is highly engineered. Traction handles. This is actually one of my favorites, and I have several functions. But let's say you're only comfortable with going to this angle. That's it. But you just aren't quite getting enough decompression. Well, the traction handles, you can lay there and push. Use your arm power and push on the traction handles and decompress your body as though you were even in full inversion.
Wow.
You know, so there's a huge plus. These handles here are a $70 upgrade over our infomercial, for example. So comparing it to the infomercial, this is a $100 upgrade. This is $27 upgrade. The handles are $70. We're over $100 already, and then another $10 here. So it's, this is our absolute top of the line, 5-year warranty on every component.
And safety is a big function that comes with this. I know safety comes first, but again, when you're looking at an FDA cleared device, so if you are watching right now and you are someone suffering with back pain, muscle pain, you're someone that's not living your life anymore because you have so much pain. How many of us have the sciatica, the spinal degenerative joint disease, the spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension? I mean, this is just driving in your car, you've got muscle tension. Herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, Fawcett syndrome, muscle spasm, FDA cleared. This is not just us saying this. Doctors recommend this. There are so many of you that have this right now. Millions have been sold. It is our #1 best-selling product. So if you want it, you've got to be ordering yours. There are a gajillion upgrades on this, but it's time for you to get back in life again. It's time for you to take control of your pain. Don't just take our word for it. Teresa's standing by. She's going to tell you why she fell in love with her Roger Teeter.
I have bulging discs in my back. My back pain became a part of normal everyday life. I have to get up and I have to go to work. I have to take care of my son.
Whenever I would ask her if we could go to the park or like play a little bit of baseball, she'd always say, "Oh, my back hurts, I can't do it." It made me feel sad for her.
I felt like the oldest lady in the world, which is so unfair to my son, so unfair to me. When I first saw the product on TV, I said, that makes so much sense. It just has to work. The first time I just sat there like this is great. I knew this is what it was gonna feel like. I was waiting for this. It releases the tension in my muscles. It helped me temporarily take that pain away by stretching myself the opposite ways that I don't normally stretch. It's just wonderful. It does so much more than just provide back relief.
I think it's helping her. She's been helping out with my baseball team.
Now it's almost 8, 9 o'clock sometimes. The time just flies by because me and my son are having so much fun. The Teeter was heaven sent for me. It promises you relief, and it definitely provides you with that relief.
Well, relief. That's what everybody wants. We just want relief from the pain that we're suffering from. And instead of taking pills to mask it, let's address it.
Yeah, let's deal with the problem at its source and do so naturally in your own home, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I've set it for my height. You come in, step in from the side, then you have this micro adjustments. Click, 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 click. You know, you get exactly the fit you want. And then the idea is to have this pivot point at the center of your mass. And then you and the table actually become a teeter-totter, named after me. It rotates, this is rotating on the weight of one arm. This is what we call precision balancing, and it's absolutely unique to Teeter. There's no other product that has this kind of precision balancing. Every table is virtually identical. They're all robot welded and key components. Now, benefits start, you know, right here, just at 20 degrees, decompression. The big deal here is probably stress relief. It's the biggest single thing. You're getting some circulation improvement, stress relief. And all of this feels so good. You know, you don't have to go beyond this angle if you don't want to, because again, you can use the traction handles. Now, I don't have the tether strap on, but I can push on these handles and actually decompress my body as though I was in full inversion. I'd have to have the tether strap on to demonstrate that fully. But okay, this is really the angle I want you to work up to. Take your time. Listen to your body. Don't ever go beyond an angle where you're totally relaxed and comfortable. You know you're there because you got this grip. This is a special on this table upgrade. You know, this is what you can use to pull and push yourself back into shape. This just feels so good. Full inversion, you know, you don't need to go there. But know what? 50% of you by survey actually will, because you got more freedom. You know, you've got the flexibility. You can do stretches that you can't otherwise do.
Wow.
You can do inverted squats, sculpt the glutes, strengthen the hamstrings. You can do crunches. You know, when you're 80, which I am this year, it's functional fitness that counts. That means joints that work. You know, so that you can keep up with the grandkids, in my case.
You just keep up with life. That's what we all want. I mean, this is so well made. Look at it. That's what we want. I mean, Roger lives an active lifestyle, as so many of us do. We're golfing, we're tennis. You know, we want to keep up with our grandkids. Look at him water skiing.
Yeah, that's actually recreational skiing. I got out 40 times last summer, and a lot of times in the course. That is a whole different world.
Think about that.
And I taught my grandkids to water ski. Look, that's precious, folks. I love to water ski, to be able to take my 4-year-old, because he's got the family record, teach him to ski, and then the 5-year-old, and get him out the first time, and now they're on slalom skis. That is so precious.
See, that's what it is. It's getting that precious time back, and instead of sitting there suffering, and you're rubbing on creams to help with the pain, you know, or maybe you're taking, you know, the Tylenol, the Aleve, all of this, now is your chance to really take advantage of something that is proven to work. I don't care what kind of back pain that you've got, we're gonna help relieve it, especially a device that is FDA cleared. There's so much safety that goes into this. There's well over $200 worth of upgrades in this. This is the longest running product here at HSN. We're gonna ship it to you for free. It comes together 80% assembled.
Hey, I'm gonna take it apart and show you how it comes out of the box. You hate assembly? I do too. That's why, for example, totally assembled out of the box, all those small pieces. You don't have to put one single thing together. There's 3 big pieces. The bed, second big piece. You've got these hinges By the way, that gives you 3 settings. It's kind of a one-time setting. The DVD explains everything. The top setting's the most responsive. You want to slow the table down, you can move it to another setting, or if you're a person that's up close to 300 pounds, which is the weight limit. You got one more hand?
Of course I do.
Okay,
Yes.
A-frame, fully assembled out of the box, in the sense the spreader arms are on, the tether strap's on, the 4 corner feet are on. What do you got to assemble?
Wow.
You got to put these upgraded handles on. 3 machine screws, 1 bolt, that's it. You'll spend more time getting it out of the box
That's amazing, Roger.
than you will actually putting it together.
That is an 80% assembled.
Look at that, snaps together.
But Inversion has been trusted for years. You just happen to perfect it. This is something that doctors, chiropractors, everybody's been talking about and recommending, and today you get it at home. The biggest and best value, it's $100 off. It's the top of the line. In fact, doctors tell people to do Inversion. Lots of it. Dr. Tons is another example. He's a senior orthopedic surgeon at Trauma One Center in San Diego. Let's hear what he has to say. Listen to what he says about your height.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
All right, I want to emphasize 2 things. I know I'm repeating it a bit, but this is the secret to why Teeter works for so many back pain problems. When you lose height, remember he said these discs are fluid-filled shock absorbers, and they're constantly changing fluid content. You know, during the day, you lose height. That's why your pants get tighter in the afternoon.
I was just going to say, why is it my pants are tight now? They weren't this morning. Right.
Right. It's because when your height changes, all shows up in your waistline. It all shows up in your waistline. Or adjust the rear view mirror down to drive home because you're shorter. Okay. That's because these discs are thinner. Yes, they rehydrate overnight, but not 100%. So over your lifetime, you have a permanent height loss. And that is such a big deal because, again, each disc controls the opening that these nerves come through on either side. So a thin disc, a degenerative disc, is going to have a pinched nerve, and that's sciatica. I mean, these are all mechanical problems. And then, you know, this shows good posture, by the way. Does that look like you in front of a computer? Or you wear high heels all the time, ladies? You have too much curvature in the back, carrying a briefcase or a bag on the same shoulder, and we always use the same shoulder. And you know, if you're doing those things on a regular basis, so all things that put us in poor posture, and then you're asking muscle to resist gravity and can't do it. Look. And your body shape changes, and your back pain develops. Again, stressed out shoulder muscles, let go. That allows your body to elongate. You will lengthen 1 to 2 inches. Look at that spine straightening out. That can be a cause of back pain. Now, this is the biggest single thing. Take the pressure off those joints. And we're not talking just the back. It's ankles, knees, hips. All weight-bearing joints are benefited.
It's not just your back. It's all the joints. So think about that. That's why this is such an important purchase. Even though this is FDA cleared, you know, for the herniated disc, for the back pain, this is also going to help with all the other joints as well, because you're alleviating all of that, you know, all of that pressure. So we're gonna go through again how the QA testing is for this, the UL specs. There's also an amazing app that I know Riley's gonna be sharing with us. So again, so you can go ahead and track how often you're using it and how much time you're using. But the important thing is that you're ordering it. We have a limited supply for their best top of the line, the Rolls-Royce model. And this is their first show. So if you are someone right now who's out of the game of life, what I mean by that is you're not enjoying your grandchildren. Your back, I mean, and when your back is in pain, everything else hurts. You're miserable, you don't want to be around anyone, and then you take this to mask this to mask this. This is for pain, you're rubbing things, you're putting creams on. Stop. Let's go ahead and address why we're feeling that way and start golfing again and get a better score. Start playing tennis again and start winning those games. You know, get back into life, and that's what this is gonna do for you. And every time Roger's here with his family, this always sells out. So if you want to get yours now, 85% assembled, FDA cleared. We're going to go through the UL specs on this. This is your chance to get on 6 interest-free credit card payments, and we give you all the additional goodies, well over $200 worth of goodies today. So let's talk about the QA testing that you put inside.
That is such a huge deal because that's what sets the Teeter apart, the FDA clearance and the UL listing. We are the only, Teeter's the only brand that meets all the standards of the UL testing for inversion tables. This is some of the testing. That is 1,200 pounds.
Wow.
4 times maximum user weight of 300. There's the toughest test, 30,000 cycles with 300 pounds. You know, and you know, if you're interested in inversion, you're gonna see lots of lookalikes out there. With over 3 million people using our equipment, there are a lot, but they do not use the right steel. Teeter is the only brand that uses high-carbon, heat-treated steel and key components, and that's the reason it's the only one that actually meets the FDA requirements, and not the FDA, but the UL listing. And I don't know if we have some of the bar charts showing some of the UL listing, but some of the look-alike tables. Yeah, this is the one I want. Show that. All right, see that vertical line on the right with the writing? The writing. That is where UL says that's the number of cycles the table needs to go to, we think, for it to be safe for everyone. That long blue line, that's us. We went 25% past it. No failure, no failure. Look at those lookalikes, 4 of them, widely distributed, catastrophic structural failures at about 11% of spec value. We went 125%, no failure. They failed. We're talking about torn, broken, bent metal because they use ordinary steel, and that material is weak and susceptible to tearing through fatigue. My background in aircraft engineering has educated me about fatigue resistance, and that's why we use high carbon steels, heat treated and key components. And yes, it adds some extra cost because that's not cheap, but that's why we have a 5-year warranty. No one else does. And you know, you can't, I want you to relax, stretch, and enjoy the amazing benefits, and you can't do that if you're afraid for your security.
Yeah,
you know, Teeter's the only brand that meets all these standards, also standards in Japan, all the European community. In fact, I want to show you this European sticker. This is not fitness equipment, this is medical. That small number here, that means this table meets the standard throughout Europe as home use medical.
Wow.
Also Canadian standard. Virtually every developed country that has a standard, we pass it. And Teeter's the only brand that does.
That's why safety is so important. The UL listing is so important. And today you're getting the best model at the best rate. So this is notable specifications for the UL listing 1647. So again, it's all UL listed. So we are thrilled that we're able to talk about that. It's less than $70. And isn't it priceless to get back freedom of mobility? Isn't it priceless not to live in pain anymore? Isn't it priceless to get out of bed and walk and move again? That's what Roger's doing for us. We're gonna head out to our phones though. Is it Belly is giving us a call from Wisconsin?
Yeah, at my home state.
Hi, Belly, welcome. You're live on the air. How are you? Is it Benny?
Benny.
Oh, sorry. They told us it was Belly. Sorry. Benny, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, welcome, Benny. You're live on the air. It's Amy, Roger, Riley, and his beautiful wife. How are you?
Well, I'm doing just fine. And I just wanted to stress on this equipment. It is the best quality. I have had one for 2 years now, and I use it daily. It's one of my living room fixtures, but the quality of it is outstanding. I have had no problems of all. It is. I have used other ones at friends' places, and the quality of this one is just outstanding.
Yeah. See?
It's a family, this is all we do. It's a family-run business, you know, 37 years. But thank you very much. Now, what was the reason you bought it originally?
Well, again, back problems and things like that, and it does what you say it does. It stretches you out, relaxes you. I'm 71 years old too, so I have aches and pains, and it definitely is a piece of equipment I use daily, and I enjoy it. I like your new foot locking device.
Yes.
Mine doesn't have that, so I made it easy. I just tied a strap onto the lower to the unlocking device, so if I couldn't reach it, I could just pull it.
Oh, there you go, Benny. See, you made your own upgrade, but the nice thing is that you're using it and you're committed to it. You see the difference, and it sounds like you've had it for a long time, Benny.
Yeah, I've had it now for, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Like I say, the quality of it is what I respect.
That's amazing, Benny.
Nothing is worn.
Yeah.
It's as good as new the day I bought it.
Oh, see, that's wonderful, Benny. Thank you. You've encouraged many.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Benny.
Appreciate your calling, and calls get first priority, by the way.
Absolutely. So thank you, Benny. You changed maybe somebody else's life who's watching right now. So take good care, Benny. Bye-bye.
You know, we have upgraded it over 100 times, and some of the things are really getting innovative. You know, and my wife and I started this company in our garage in 1981, but my daughter and her husband really took it over 10 years ago. And of course, they put all kinds of extra things into it. In fact, I want to introduce you to my daughter, who's CEO of the company, and she's going to tell you about a new app.
Yeah, we did. We developed a brand new app. And it's free. Isn't that great?
Yes.
I love free. So you can actually download it right now if you're interested. And it's called Teeter Link. It works on all smart devices. And it's great because it allows you to schedule reminders. You know, I want to invert every day at 9 a.m. It's going to send you a little reminder. And then it's going to track it. It's going to look at the frequency. How often are you using it? You can track pain triggers. So you can get your head around, oh my gosh, it's when I sat all day today. That's it. That's the problem. And it allows you to track all of that so you can make a plan for improvement. Plus it has videos you can watch, and
yeah, I even give you coaching tips.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really a spectacular thing that you can combine to help you get the benefits of your table, hold you accountable to use it.
Exactly.
And it's free. So again, Teeter Link. We've also got some other great features if you want to hear about some of the other. Okay, I really want to show you the neck restore. This is another item that we developed. I get headaches. I get terrible headaches, and they're from stress. And what I learned is about occipital release, and that is right at the base of your head, and that's what this does. This isn't a pillow. This doesn't go in the curvature